Good morning everyone, I hope everyone has a good new year. It's time to level the Paladin on the PTR again. It appears we're in Ironforge. I don't actually really remember the last episode of this, so this should be interesting to see what we can do. Speak to the Great Forge for a flight to Loch Medan. Alright, where's he then? Said a minute ago, because I clicked on this because I was going to start the episode in Loch Medan, it said I couldn't do that. So let's see, shall we? I think the last one I did was there. This lovely little zone there. So maybe carry that on. It'd be interesting to see whether we level up quicker now. I'm not sure. There we go. Nice. Can fly straight there. Yeah, because it's been, what, a week or so since I've been on the Paladin. So there's been a couple of updates to the PTR, so we shall see if anything is different or is it all still the same. Let's have a look at these graphics. It's nice to wake up fresh this morning, not hungover. We'll do that one because there's more chance people will be doing that than any of the others. But if I had to guess, we probably won't get into any dungeons. All I did yesterday after work was pretty much make videos. I did one for this channel, which was levelling the monk through Dustwallow Marsh, and we did one Stonecore. Problem was though, I noticed halfway through the volume went weird on the second half. But I don't know why. It's still listenable, but not how it was in the first half. And you know, I was listening back, I thought, why is that gone weird? The only thing that I can think of is somehow my mobile disrupted it. I don't know how that would happen. Because I noticed it went weird and then I got a message at the same time. So I don't know whether it was that. And also we had the problem with my drive being full again. So the recording just closed itself. So what I've done is now I've set it so all recordings get sent to my SSD drive. So that should make things a lot better. Because that's got loads of space. I mean, it's 1 terabyte. I don't know how much of it I've actually used. But there's a lot there left. And to be fair, I can delete half the stuff that's in that. Because a lot of it was games that I was going to use. That's going to be the thumbnail. On my other channel when I made Shep mode, which had like Final Fantasy 7, and I had plans to play like Red Dead Redemption and all sort of games like that, but
what can I do for you?
Just one channel too far. Yeah, look, doesn't even tell us a time in the queue. Even this feels different. I just noticed the map, look, because it doesn't have all the objectives and things on it. I mean, I think you can put that on so it shows you, but I like it like this. None of those quests give you stuff for here, do they? So we might as well just go straight here. Here we are, the new nameplates. Right, are these quicker to kill? Nope, doesn't look like it. So it's the same speed as it has been all the way through then. So in other words, we have to be careful how many we're taking on. Can't go mental. I mean, we've got quite a lot of cooldowns and stuff to use on a Paladin. With like Divine Protection, Divine Shield, Lay on Hands, Avenging Wrath's decent. That's the PvP move. Instant removes all stun, silence, fears and horror. Right. I'll probably forget.
It's too far away.
So I'll be happy just to get even 2 levels up probably on this. But we have also got War Mode on. So we get an extra 25%, which is a lot, obviously. Nice chill morning doing this. Once I've finished this, it'll be to the gym. I'm going to do weights this morning. Weights and lower leg. Not lower leg. I always say that. I should either say lower body or just leg. Leg mobility. Then we'll get back. And we'll get to work on more videos, won't we? I need to really get the cinematics one done for the Links channel. Not really a difficult video to make. It's more about deciding what's what. From my least to my most favourite cinematics for each game. Now we know Dragonflight is the worst, then it's War Within, but then what's after that is the thing. Because the Burning Crusade game trailer isn't actually as good as you remember. The only good bit pretty much is the last bit, when you see Illidan pop up. So I'll have to go through them again and decide. That's the time consuming bit. And then later on, I think I'll film a little bit of the monk. Decided to go to Ungoro Crater on that. Don't even know whether I'll have leveled there in that part of the world. When it's been obviously redesigned because of the Cataclysm. Because obviously most of my characters would have been max level back in the day. So I've had no need to have gone there. And then because the leveling was so quick, I ended up just doing all my favourite ones. So you'd skip out half of them. Especially now, you could pretty much just spam dungeons, which is by far the quickest way to level in the time walking ones now. When you get that turbulent time waves, it stacks as well. And I can imagine they're going to add some sort of buff in the pre-patch, which is it January 20th, I think it is, if I remember rightly. Sometimes it's actually handier having that version of flying, like when you just want to move short distances. Skyriding's not as good for that. Looks like he's got Earth Shield on over there. Little shaman move. Yeah, melee attacks heal the shielded target. Oh, he's late, I didn't realise that. Let's pop. Is it Avenging Wrath God, isn't it? Yeah. Should really know all these things, shouldn't I? Play enough Paladin. Are they better for us, those new items? No. No, it is not. I don't think our gear's too bad though, because we've levelled up slowly. It's giving us more time to gradually get gear. Instead of you fly up and you just get the odd piece here and there. Maybe another little heal. Alright, we need 2 more Trog teeth and just 1 more to slay. And if you come over here, my friend, decent range on that. I'm hoping that sending this to the SSD drive won't affect the graphics or the audio. It shouldn't do. I was asking ChatGPT and linked out my SSD drive and it said it was a decent one. So many issues with all this sorts of stuff.
I don't have a target.
Yesterday, because I have it now set to be an MKV file, so that when things like that happen where it just automatically shuts off, it doesn't mess up the file. But then I had to go into OBS, put it in there and not remix it, but remux it or something, REMUX, to turn it back to an MP4, so then I could upload it to Clipchamp and then combine both clips together to then download. Now that's simple to most people, but to me, to begin with, it was a bit confusing. I suppose if you've never done anything before, it is, isn't it? Listening to more of that Chris Williamson, Stephen Bartlett podcast before I came on. I'm going to listen to that at the gym. Touch on some interesting topics. Mainly Chris Williamson. I don't mind Stephen Bartlett at times, but other times he can be a little bit irritating. And that's those two done. Lovely. Wonder how many people are hungover today. Bet a lot. Let's admire the view, shall we? I'll have to do this zone at some point for my zone shorts that I've been making.
How are you?
Yesterday I was thinking, is this a good idea to do this or not?
Great to meet you.
I couldn't 100% tell like whether it is or it isn't. But I suppose at some point someone might see one and think, actually I will go through all those zones and have a little look at them. But I think the biggest problem is with it, I'm doing them all on retail. And I don't think people like that. Like the Ashen Vale one I did and the Tearsfall Glades one I did got quite a few likes. But the Southern Barons one actually got 2 or 3 dislikes. So I think because it was the Southern Barons, it's obvious that it's from retail. Whereas obviously Ashen Vale and Dustwaller Marsh, obviously the name's the same, so you'd have to specifically know the little details which make it retail. So, but like vanilla's just too difficult to do at the moment. I would like to do it, to be fair though. I probably will. But I'll do them all on retail first. There's a lot to go through. It's good to have a plan and just stick to it. It's quite nice as well actually, just going through the zones. Yesterday I was like going through them on here, watching Stranger Things. At Hillsbad Foothills. Went and got a picture of that grave. Where was it? One of the producers or game makers died, and they've got a little grave for him just at the side of the cliff on the near what's it called? The Dwarven place. Can't remember what it's called. You go there if you're hard. I think there was a good item that you used to drop in there as well. Was it a helm you used for SOD? I think that was like best in slot at one point. Obviously because it had that level scaling, which I really like the idea of that. Is in terms of like when the game's first released, you can only get to level 20 and then so long get to level 30, like that. And I think that's a good system. Right, what are we going with? I like that. Is that around there somewhere? It says it's like up there. But it looks like he's also in this cave though. We'll see. Right, use Divine Storm. Yeah, so it does a little twirl. Also fires one forward. Thing is, me playing this isn't a good reflection for people to decide whether to play this in Midnight, because I'm killing stuff so slowly. So you more just have to go off. Do the abilities look interesting, I suppose. Obviously come midnight we're just going to be knife through butter, isn't it? At least we got 1 level up though. I said I'd be happy with 2. It's going to be a long playlist this to get to max level. I mean obviously if it was 2 levels per video it'd be 40 videos. Obviously some will be more. Be even quicker if we got some dungeons done, but that's not going to be the case. It seems like I'm the only one playing this PTR. I think there is several servers though. I didn't heal for much, did it? Right, we need 8 of these. So is it 8 of each, yeah, and then just that main one. I think there's some games today. First, yeah, I think City plays Sunderland. Come on, Sunderland, do us a favour. Absolutely love that if they manage to get a result. Doubt it though, with half the players at AFCON. Never know that. Got to hold up on me. I wonder how busy the gym's going to be when I get there. Like an hour or so. With it being New Year's Day. All the people with the New Year's resolutions. If it's cardio, it wouldn't matter, because once you're on the machine, it doesn't matter. But with doing weights today, it can be a bit annoying. The mobility stuff's alright, because I just go in the middle and just do stuff like split squats, reverse lunges, Cossack squats, and horse stance, which is like you put your legs apart and just sort of like squat down and hold it for a certain amount of time. So all that, I don't need any machines, I just need space. So what I tend to do is like one upper body, one mobility, one upper body, one mobility, and just do that until I've done. More of a maintenance thing, to be honest, that I do, than I'm not actually trying to get any bigger. I don't really feel the need. Because I actually quite like not having to eat all the time. I went through that phase a couple of months ago where I bulked up to 89 kilograms from 82, and I've just lost all that. It's just too much effort, eating all the time. And like I've said before, with having ulcerative colitis, it's just not something I should be doing, pushing my gut to absorb more food. I actually feel better the less I eat. I seem to have like more energy, which makes it's weird. I suppose you do use energy to digest stuff, but then obviously in return you get energy from the food you eat. So it's finding the balance, isn't it? Don't like to eat too much to feel lethargic. Oh, that is minging now. I do miss, I was thinking last night actually, I do miss when I used to get up in the morning, smash pre-workout and play this. It is nice pre-workout, but the caffeine content is so high and it just ruins my evenings. I feel unreal for like the first 2 hours, but then you just have that massive crash. What comes up must come down. Sadly. I used to do that for years as well. Probably since late teens, early 20s. Let's see if was that better than ours? No, just a one-hander. I have to sell all that stuff, won't I? Right, got enough of you, so what do we need? Oh, nice, just that one. Get that one on the way out. I was also listening to Cargos had uploaded podcasts from years ago with Def Camp Melder on, Duna Dane and someone else. I was listening to that a little bit this morning. I used to like that years ago when Vanilla had just come out again, or Classic, shall we say, and TBC was announced, when everyone was making content, everyone was like really buzzing and happy, and it like wasn't as everyone being as negative about the game. It was good to like listen to videos that built up hype and made you excited to play it. But now a lot of it is quite negative. Not on my channel though. On Luminous Links, don't think I've got many that are actually negative. It's either my opinion on stuff, or normally lore or hype stuff, things. I haven't really done anything about stuff being bad, don't think. Did one about the lore needs to be darker again. Which I suppose you could argue that's mourning to an extent. I watched the Diablo trailer again yesterday. Unreal, that trailer. I won't be playing it, Diablo 4, but I do like the lore of it. And I was looking at some of the characters, Manifesto, Diablo, Baal. Is it Baal? Lilith. Because I was going to look at how did they even come about. But then I thought, shit, this is too late in the day. Leave this little rabbit hole. So I just ended up going to bed. Watched a bit of Sex Education on Netflix. Went to sleep. I actually managed to sleep all the way through. I thought, instead of having my alarm at 6:40, I'll set it to 7:40. Thinking, well, I'll wake up earlier anyway. I always do my day off. Especially since last night I treated myself to a little pizza. It wasn't that good, to be honest. When it came, it wasn't roasting, it was just sort of
What's on your
warm.
mind?
So I had to put it in the microwave for a little bit, which obviously is not a good sign.
Keep your feet on the ground.
So normally when I have stuff like that, I wake up early, but no, I woke up at 7:40. So I was quite happy with that. Thing is, I was going to get a burrito, but I thought, no, we'll have a pizza. I don't often really get them anymore. I used to treat myself on a weekend, but now I don't tend to do it. One, the cost, and two, to the state, like I said, of waking up early on the Sunday, the one day where you want to have more sleep and be better rested to be productive for the day. Now I'm starting to journal again. I should hopefully be more productive because I have more reason to do so, so then I can sort of tick it off on my little list.
What's on your mind?
I think last year was the only year I hadn't done one for ages. I think I'd pretty much done one since COVID. I used to enjoy doing it.
Great to meet you.
I did
Safe
at one point last year try starting a diary, but
What can I do for you?
I just never really kept it up. Because I had that idea of writing a bit, and then I bought a camera where you could take pictures, even just from your mobile. You didn't even need to use a camera. But then you could print them off on the camera. Sort of like an old, I don't know what you'd call it. But anyway, you could print them off. So what I did was print them off and then sort of glue them or sellotape them into the diary. So I could say, oh, I went to MMA today, and then have like a little picture of that next to it. So almost like my diary, well, it's literally telling a story with pictures. But I just never kept that up. Because I thought doing that would give me an incentive to start doing more things, going more places. But I actually quite like my routine of doing things like this. I don't necessarily actually need to go out and do more stuff. Where's this quest? There you are.
How are ya?
I should occasionally go. It's just things like money, time and energy, I suppose. Cozy, isn't it? Places like this.
Well met. Keep your feet on the ground.
It would be good though, like I said, but I know it'd be too big
Pleased to meet you.
to have it where these were all chatting. Like in Final Fantasy. Right, could sell all this crap. That I didn't need because that was going to be for a quest. None of this stuff I'll use. I'll keep the bars, even though, let's face it, getting blacksmithing and mining up seems to be pointless.
See you soon.
Right, where's the innkeeper? Over there now. Used to be over there.
What's on your mind? Safe travels.
Right, we've got quite a few quests now, haven't we? Go over here and get these. That should ding us, I think. Popped to the shop this morning, got 2 power raids, 1 for the gym later on. I won't need 2, I'll use the one tomorrow. And then just some juice. I didn't have any in. I'm not going to eat until later on. Like I said before, if I have like a takeout, I'll try and fast for as long as I can the next day. So I had that at 6, so I'll maybe not eat till 12 today or something like that.
Here there.
That's a good, what, 16 hours is it? 18? Decent amount of time. Let's get this talent on in a sec. No hibernating. Hibernate in the middle of a fight. Seen a video the other day and it was showing you how fast bears accelerate. Mental. If a bear's coming after you, you've got literally no chance of surviving. How long was that for though? Right, that's fair enough. I was gonna say, if it was only for so many seconds, I wouldn't bother. When it says like, once you've cast this one's more powerful for X amount of time. If it's not long, sometimes it's not worth it because the time between walking from mob to mob after you've killed them. Takes long enough to kill it though, doesn't it?
I'm out of range.
Still got me Horde Christmas jumper on. Do need an alliance one, but when I'm looking at those prices, last time, was it 69 quid, 70 quid? No chance. Got another £35 at work yesterday. From tips, 20 from one house, and 10 and 5. Pretty happy with that. Don't know what that takes me to. Must be like between 200 to 300. At 250 maybe. I can't remember how much my MMA lessons are now. I remember my instructor saying he'd put his prices up. I don't know whether he'd put them up, if that includes me or not. Because in the past it didn't. He'd put his prices up, but I didn't pay any more. I paid the same price I'd been paying for years. But then last time I paid, I think he'd put it to up, so we'll see. I mean, I can't complain. I did have it cheaper for years and years. And the fact that our lessons never actually last an hour. Sometimes I can be there for 2 to 3 hours. It'd be good to see him though next week. I haven't seen him for December 4th, maybe. So I'll see him on Monday. I'll have to message him actually next couple of days. I think he should be back from Thailand now. Then we'll get to it next week. One of the people that I can chat to who you can tell generally wants you to do well. He'll ask about how my channel's going, or channels, and you can generally tell that he does actually want me to be successful. Whereas you can tell with most people, not only do they not care what I'm chatting about, but they wouldn't want me to be successful either, whereas he does. But then again, it's maybe easier for him to be that way because his life is successful. So doesn't cast a bad light on him. Whereas like some people who aren't successful definitely don't want others to be.
I don't have a target.
Right, Forest Lurker. Did I even need them? We'll go and kill him because it's an easy one to do. It's just a one-off person. I do like those ones. Right, can I get in here without alerting all them? You bugger off. He's not seeing me. Saying that I wouldn't mind killing that Ali because he might actually have something that we could use. So we'll see in a sec. No dirty toss. Tunnel. Watched a little video yesterday. It was a Pokemon one. It's AI one. It was quite good. How well obviously now you can do things with AI, and it made it sort of look like an Attenborough documentary. And it was showing Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan. At one point, no, was it the one that was meant to be kicking was punching, and the one that was meant to be punching was kicking. So I thought, I bet people mentioned that in the comments, and they did.
I'm out of range.
But it's like, it was unbelievable. And if that's what AI's like now, how good could that be in like a year or so? I do like Pokemon, like the idea of it. I haven't watched it for years. Obviously, my main channel originally began as one. When my mate came to me saying that we should start a YouTube channel, but he wasn't sure on what, and I was like, "Oh, leave it with me." Then I was like, right, what are the biggest fandoms? And then like Pokemon came up. I thought, right, we'll do one on that. But the problem is when you don't know enough about a subject, it's difficult to sort of do videos on. We did alright though. Made like one about like Charizard, one about like Ghastly Haunter Gengar, and then we were doing like Pokemon cards openings. I was streaming Scarlet, so I actually quite enjoyed it.
You got my attention.
I liked the colours as well. At one point when I made the original 150 Pokemon, just like going through them, showing you all, and I like got all the different backgrounds to suit the characters. I really did enjoy making that. That was good. Problem is I had to unlist that video because it doesn't obviously suit that channel anymore, so I didn't want it on it, confusing the algorithm, because I already did that enough. Which is a shame, because it is by far the best one on YouTube. Like, if you looked at other videos that showed you the 150 Pokemon, there weren't that many, and they were all done years ago. So most of them just had like a white background. They didn't have like a proper background, where like mine had backgrounds that suited them. So if it was magma, it was like a lava background. Obviously Ivysaur, be all like plants and leaves and stuff. Took me ages to make, but that's obviously, it's part of the process, wasn't it? Three bars to go. We'll maybe get 3 levels up then. I need to turn it off actually. Don't know whether you heard that, the air freshener going off. I've seen Digimon's got a game out as well this year. I used to like that. I can't really remember much of the storyline now, but I know that they got sucked into a different world. It wasn't that Digimon wasn't in their world, if I remember rightly, or did some come through and then they went back to their world? Some of the evolutions were mad. It'd be like a furry little creature, next thing it evolves and it's got guns on its arm. That's crazy. I've said that this world should create... Do I need stuff from the mine? No, not yet. A TCG. I think at one point it did have them, because you could get a mount, couldn't you? But it's just easy money for them. Easy. And like I said in the past, just do sort of what I think Pokemon does it. Where it'll have a Scarlet and Violet set, and then whatever the other sets are called. I can't think of any off the top of my head. So you could have a vanilla set of cards, then a TBC, then a Counter, then a Mist, and just go all the way through. And obviously with expansions coming out every year, that means you've got cards that can come out every year. And I'd honestly be tempted to collect them, because I'd actually know who the characters are, and things like that can actually end up having value later down the line. Like when I went into the card shop where I live to buy some for my nephew, there's a card in there that was worth £1,000. And that's just a shop in a small town. What he must feel like if someone ever comes in and buys it, and just knowing, well, that's paid for the electricity and stuff for the month. But then again, how much did he buy it for though, is the thing, to then sell it on for that much. Right, Surveyor, Forager.
It's too far away.
It's too far away. I did have some expensive ones. I kept 2, but I think I'd accidentally gave one of them to my niece and nephew when I gave them like loads. All the cards we were doing reveals for, when we decided to stop the channel, I thought I'll just give all these cards to my niece and nephew. So there's like hundreds of cards, loads. Like there's about 4 folders full of them. And I thought I'd taken the expensive ones out, but I think I actually left one, because there's a Charizard EX, I think it's called, one. But I noticed in that shop that I was at that there was 2 different versions, and I don't know which one it was I had, because he had 2 of them on sale. One was like 500 and the other one was like 100 odd. And I looked and thought, oh no, I've given that card to my nephew. Like, even if it was 100 odd quid, I'd rather have had that. But if it was a 500 one, honestly, it'd be tears. That's more than I get paid a week. My job is shit though, so I'm not saying that. Ideally, I'd have a hobby that, or an interest which could make me money. Like, technically, these channels can, but it's such a low amount. Saying that, I had a dream last night. For some reason, I was at my dad's, not my house. I often have dreams where I'm back living at my dad's, but anyway. And I was on my phone looking at YouTube Studio, just going to all 3 channels, looking at the analytics, and I was like, what the hell? I was like, there was £2 million in the account. And I was like, my mate's like, what's up? And I was like, hold on. I was like, I just need to check YouTube Studio on the computer. So I went to YouTube Studio on the computer, and there was absolutely loads of money in it. And I was like, where's this money come from? I was like, I don't understand. And I was like trying to work out why like that. There was millions of pounds in my account. Like, gone up since I checked. Just kept going up. And then Saturday I woke up. So that was, yeah, that was an interesting little dream. Hopefully it was a vision, eh? Alright, one more forager. Why am I in combat? There'll be a lot of good images to take from this zone. My little zone videos. I was going to try and make a short out of the video I've got coming out tomorrow about solo WoW. But when I looked at it, I thought, it's a 10-minute video. I didn't really think it really needed any shorts made of it. Especially because some of the stuff I've already spoke about in the past, in other videos. I didn't really want to do it again. Like about delves. I hadn't spoke about the quest here, about delves, housing, like the transmog and collection system, and the prey system. Like all different sections about doing solo WoW, but I've done stuff about all of them. I didn't really want to do it again. I mean, it would be better to do shorts on that, like of content I've made, instead of doing the zone ones. But when I'm not doing ones of the content I made, I'm going to do zone ones, is my plan. I was thinking 2 or 3 a week, but I think 2 is probably the best way to do it instead of 3. So then it means that I could have them, made them more in advance and set them for like ages down the line. Instead of having it like, I've only got this week's out, or I've only got 2 weeks, I could literally do them for months and months. And it's evergreen. It's always going to be relevant. And looking at stuff like that. Most of my videos are evergreen now. That means it can be watched at any time.
Watch your back.
That's sort of like what my Harry Potter channel is.
Off with you. How are you?
What's on your mind? See you soon.
Right. Auto attack speed. Decent enough. Five more kills of the lurkers. Right, why does that get that one now, look? You get that after you've done, well, you've already just been there. You should get all those at the same time. Would make more sense. Ugh, it's cold now. Waste not, want not, though. Mental to think it's 2026. Always makes you sort of self-reflect, doesn't it, this time of year? It could be a good or a bad thing. Got to make plans, haven't we? Got to make plans and just stick at it. I've written down last night how many subs each channel has got, and then at the end of the month I'm going to write down how many it's got, obviously, at the end of the month, and hopefully it can keep on improving. The only problem is, like I said before, you're limited with control on that. All I can do is make videos. That's in my control. How many people subscribe is completely out of it. And this one's going to be very, very hard to get subscribers for. But we shall do our best. think the best chance would be when midnight drops, if I'm honest, and when TBC comes out, when people want to have a little look. Not long though, till TBC pre-patch. 12 days, isn't it? It comes out on the 13th, or 14th, won't it be for us? It's a shame really, because I'm off from the 5th. If only it was the week after. We could have got to work on leveling something, couldn't we? I'm going to boost a rogue though. That's a lot of money though. I best end up playing TBC a lot, because if I'm paying to boost something, I need that one. Yeah, bear. Little night elf rogue, I think it's going to be. Humans, arguably better shaped bodies, smaller, but I just like the way the female rogue moves. I like the flipping and the combat just looks good. Don't really like how the humans move, the rogue. Oh, that's properly minging that. Couple more. Lurkers, 2 more bears. We'd have probably done this on. If this was on retail now, we'd have completed it. We'd have done all these quests and the ones that are over there. But we're not on retail, are we? So that's irrelevant. In a way we are, I guess. But, or it's the PTR. Have I not got cleanse? No. Level do you got it? There she is. I'll have to get that soon. I always just go for the attacking ones. I suppose most people probably would, wouldn't they? Not, if you're doing PvP, it's a different story. And it is more about those sorts of things that win you the game, isn't it? The stuns that win you the game, not actually the damage dealing things. If you could stop someone attacking for that 3 seconds, that's a lot of time. Right. I thought someone attacked that then. Oh, they did. But it just wasn't an actual person. We haven't seen one single person, have we? Only us, out and about leveling on New Year's Day. Christmas done. I'm not taking down my decorations yet though. Not till after my birthday. Thing is though, at least I've got my tree now. So I can slowly add to it each year. I didn't get as many decorations this year as I was wanting to, but I got the most expensive one. So we can add to it next year. And keep doing that every year, I guess. Well, maybe not every year. Don't want to look tacky.
What can I do for you?
I got some like candle holders, which are all like Christmassy. They look nice. I've not actually got any candles to go in them, but doesn't matter. Remember once I'd put like a couple of candles on when we were. Me and my mates, my wrist's still killing. Pre-drinking around mine before a night out. And I didn't think, obviously being half drunk. And I just blew the candle. And all the wax just came up in my face. That was nice. Having to get that out. Right, little elite here. Oh, that was a naughty little move.
I'm out of range.
That's a nice view as well. Looking stack. I like my views, don't I? Why do you want to queue? No, just me. I think it's stuff like that that puts people off when I do those videos, when they can tell it's not vanilla. quite like his look. The new customization's miles better. Huss. Gorik Guzzledrout. He likes his beer, I'm guessing. Interesting surname. I wonder if the whole family lineage is all alcoholics. It'd make for an interesting Christmas. I was thinking when I was walking to the shop about my wrist, if this is still sore in a couple of weeks, I'm probably going to have to go to the doctor's. Because it has been a mental amount of time now. It's only so long you can sort of leave it without actually thinking. Maybe it's a bit more serious than first thought. Right. 12 ears. It's after the clock in the morning on this version, isn't it? Yeah, 1:17 AM. Not for me, but on this game. I was just thinking then, looking at the sky. Wonder what that's meant to be. I'll be able to get to this more, actually, thinking about it, with next week off. Because I should, maybe, be able to do 2 a day.
I need to get closer.
I'll be able to do 1 in the morning, 1 in the evening. And I've got the whole day, so I could really do as many as I wanted, but I'll have to work on other stuff as well. I have MMA to go to, nice and fresh, and the gym to go to fresh. Plus, feels like ages since my last week off. I think it was one of the last weeks in October. So it's not really been that long. It was like November, December, 4-8 weeks. And then if you think that 2 weeks and thing, so it's going to be what, maybe 10 weeks? Then again, that is long enough, isn't it? I mean, there's only 52 weeks in the year. So it's like a fifth of the year I've waited. It is crazy with the system that we built ourselves. We say if you have 6 weeks off from your work, you're still working 46 weeks of the year. Granted, you are getting 2 days off a week, but that's still 2 days out of 7. Mental. Especially for those people who really, really hate their job. I mean, I don't really, really hate my job. It's just neither here nor there. I don't like the uncertainty of it though. Of like them changing rounds and them trying to force me to drive at some point because I don't like driving. Technically they can't force me to because my contract doesn't say it. But they could put me in uncomfortable positions though. But that's a problem for another day, isn't it? One more bear hump.
I'm out of range.
Get a bit closer. Come here then. Should have stunned him because he's going to hibernate. Mentally, I think 2 of these and look at my health. It'd be a couple of bats, wouldn't it, normally? Maybe a Judgment, a Blade of Justice, Divine Storm, and both would be gone. So really, I should be getting 2 ears from each of these. I keep forgetting, right, when I'm doing this, I need to do it and stand still. Because it puts consecration near their body. Whereas I'm doing it to sort of, from distance, as almost like a pull. But I need to be using Judgment, that when they get close, so it's underneath there. We'll learn one day, won't we? Maybe.
Need a target.
2 years. That should be 4. Three more. Oh, quick, do this. That was a free one. A little freebie, that one was. Problem with recording this is you just don't know when the server's going to be up. Sometimes they take it down when they're doing things to it. Sure, that's worse than yesterday. Get you as well. Will we get another level out? I'd be pretty happy with 4. 4 levels in one video. Ooh. Is that going to be better? Yeah, it is nice. What we like to see. We like to see, don't we? Quite like the scaling of the gear so far. I'm hoping. Thing is, we don't really know until we get to the 60s. That's going to be the key to see whether it does what I'm hoping. Where it's goes from, like, say, what are we at now? Say we get to 60 and the gear's 33 strength, 38 stamina. I'm hoping then when we go to TBC gear, it's going to be like 42, 48, 51, 52. And it's not going to go from like 38 to 110.
Well met.
I'm hoping it's a gradual.
Be good.
Because then they wouldn't need to do so many stat squishes if they didn't go and do stuff like that. Where it's mental. I don't know the reasoning behind it.
Talk to me. Be good.
It'd make, obviously, them scaling enemies easier for them as well. That sounds good. Yeah, we'll go with that. Because I was just saying about, I need to do it closer. Consecration to me, so they're in it. So that would actually help with that. Where is that? I'm always having issues with this place, don't I? Probably one of my favourite little... It's not really a town, would you call this a hamlet? Or a little village? Even then for a village it'd be too small. But yeah, it's one of my favourite ones, this. Quite nice. Wouldn't be good for flooding now. Coming all the way down there. Be knackered. Have we got ones to hand up north? No, this is it.
Hello.
Right,
What
I'll
can I
leave
do
this
for
here
you?
then. Quite happy with that. 4 levels done in 53 minutes. As obviously as you can see, the speed of this is very slow, so it's decent work done. Right, I'll be back on later on, and it'll be on the monk, and it will be in Ungoro Crater, and there will be a Cataclysm dungeon done, because that's the time walking. Sadly, as I wanted to do classic ones and do each different one, but not going to be an option, I'm afraid. So I shall be back this evening. Enjoy your New Year's Day.